Welcome, Chelsea football fans. I go by the name of Paul Blaze, longtime football fan and fanatic. This is a simple, quick match review of the game between Chelsea versus Wolves. I have to take a sip of water because wow. To start off, I don't think it was the most exciting football game. We started off quite well in the beginning, created a few good chances, moved the ball around quite well. Wolves came into the game obviously playing quite deep, low block, and we know how we struggle with the low blocks. But the game started off very well. Within a few minutes, Garnacho wins a foul, which really meant that we had space to explore by the wings. But the question was it going to be effective? We start with a free kick. Enzo takes it, tests the keeper a little bit, and it's looking quite promising. And then we have a clear-cut chance with Garnacho. A very beautiful dink through ball over the top for Garnacho by Enzo Fernandez, but he couldn't really get a clinical strike, which is quite disappointing because it felt like a sitter. That was an easy 1-0 and we're straight into the game. But anyways, first half, as most Chelsea fans said, it was quite a snooze fest where we created a few good opportunities. Enzo Fernandez, and it wasn't really sticking. And I think the one inquiry I have with João Pedro so far is that he hasn't looked as clinical as he did in the Club World Cup for us, but as a player, definitely love a lot and I see a lot of potential. I think he just needs to sometimes not take that extra touch and hit it first time before the defenders are settled, before the keeper really sees it coming. But I think he still has room to improve. And anyways, he's still playing with a bit of an injury, a few knocks, as Enzo Maresca said and has been reported. So I do think we need to be a bit patient with him, and the team chemistry will build from there. But moving on, first half, we moved the ball around quite well, but weren't really effective on the wings. We had Delap coming back, starting his first game. Also looked quiet. He still looks a bit rusty, and I guess he didn't really know what to do playing a low block. Whereas I feel like as a striker, you just need to bounce the ball off to your other players and then create opportunities. But he was trying to turn and do so many other things that I didn't really understand, but we'll give him grace because he's still rusty. But anyways, moving on to the second half, I think we came out flying out of the blocks, and shortly after that, we get Malo Gusto scores his first Chelsea goal in about 98 appearances for the club, 17 in the Premier League. I thought there's been so many times where Malo Gusto has played this inverted left-sided 10 and he's had so many opportunities to score, and he's always frustrated me because either the shots are not clinical, decision-making, headers, tap-ins that he's missed, but he has looked promising, and Enzo Maresca has persisted. If not with him, Cucurella scored about six goals for us last season. So I thought, you know what? That was a great goal, well deserved. It's been a long time. We've been waiting Malo Gusto, and finally he actually puts in something. And I think that just opened up the game, and Wolves were forced to step out and then come and attack us a bit, which meant that we had more space to now navigate in between the spaces, which went really well because 10 minutes after that, I think about 10, 12 minutes, 13 minutes after that, we actually get an opportunity, and João Pedro this time around takes it, knocks it in straight in, and it was good play from Esteval Willian, who had just come on for about less than a minute, and his first contribution is a very nice direct cut back into the box, and João Pedro had nothing to do but hit the net, which is what we would want to see him do more. And I think if he doesn't take that extra touch, he gets in a lot more goals, because he did have a lot of opportunities during this game. But moving on to the third goal, Garnacho once again, free-flowing football, a simple clearance by Trevor Chalobah, who then hits it straight into the path of Enzo Fernandez, who hits a beautiful first-time through ball right into Garnacho, who then just explodes. And Pedro Neto, we could see the pace, because obviously Wolves was trying to push us back and get a goal with the attacking, and then we just see an explosion of pace by Garnacho, takes on his man really well, cuts across him, really beautiful, and then creates a simple tap in for Pedro Neto, who in those situations you think should score. So overall, that was our third goal, very good performance. And I think the standout for me during the game was obviously Ariando Garnacho, who did very well. We've been waiting for it. I've seen glimpses of it when he was at Man United. We were all, as Chelsea fans, we were not really sure when he was being signed. I think the fan base was quite divided, and majority was just thinking, do we really need Ariando Garnacho with all the drama that he's come with? But so far, we've seen him so slowly getting into fitness, as well as getting back into his groove, and I'm excited to see what more he can bring to the team. And another standout performance was obviously Enzo Fernandez, who I think really simply controlled the game, bossed it so much to the point where Caicedo didn't have to do too much. I don't think it was his best game, but didn't really have to do so much for the game. Overall, second half was really beautiful. First half, lots of room for improvement, but overall, I think beautiful game. We controlled the game well. We showed a bit of maturity. What I really loved to see with the team was when we scored the second goal, when João Pedro scored the second goal, is how almost all the players came to celebrate, and Trev and the rest of the boys called everyone in, and they huddled and had a little just team talk real quick, and they continued, which is what we love to see. So you can really see that this group is trying to gel well. We need to remember this is the youngest team in the Premier League, so as much as we as Chelsea fans are so used to the Ibrahimovic era, where it was just goals and goals and goals and trophies and wins, and if a coach didn't work out, would quickly cut them off. I do think we still need to give those boys a bit of patience, and this season is showing that we are growing from strength to strength. Don't forget that we have so many injuries. We've got Cole Palmer missing, we've had Wesley Fofana come back from injury, Levi Colwell's still out, Delap has been injured, Romeo Lavia sadly is also back injured again, and we don't know how long he's going to be out for. Everyone's carrying a few knocks. Enzo Fernandez is not going to international duty, as we saw, and for me it feels as if the international break could have come at a bad time because we're actually picking up quite good form. But I'm very excited to see moving forward when we come back, we're playing against Burnley, what the boys do. But this was a solid 3-0 performance. Maybe not the most exciting game. Probably could have scored more, should have scored more. But I do think I'm seeing all the boys are getting back into their groove, and we'll see João Pedro probably will recover more. Caicedo also had a few injury concerns and knocks, but he's still looking quite solid. One of the best CDMs in the world and in the Premier League at the moment, undoubtedly so. I'm really excited to see where Chelsea goes from strength to strength. We have Barcelona coming up, we've got Burnley coming up, we've got Arsenal coming up, and I do think we can stand a very good chance with these games. And the only thing that Enzo Maresca can keep on doing is to play the same partnerships. I loved how he played Fofana and Trevor Chalobah at the back. That looked really good. Loved the combinations of having Garnacho play and then bring on Estaval. A lot of people are talking about how Estaval should be starting games, and I think Enzo Maresca is managing him well. So let's just give it time and see as he grows into the league. And overall, solid performance. That has been my match review. My name is Paul Blaze. This is Paul Blaze Talks Football. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. Let's grow.